Today is Tuesday, Parashat Behaalotecha. In the parasha of this week, in the Sefer Torah and also in the Chumashim, you'll see there are two pesukim, chapter 10, Perek Yud, Pasuk Lamed He and Lamed Vav. The pasuk is 35 and 36, that have a symbol like it's a nun written facing the other way, before verse 35 and after verse 36. Usually we don't have letters just put in the Torah just like that, extra. And it's a letter that stands on its own, and even it's written in a way that is reversed, so to speak. Why is that? And Rashi says, Asalo simaniyot milefanav ul'aharav. The Torah made a symbol before and after these two psukim. Lomar she'en ze bekomo, to tell us that this is not its place. The psukim speak about when the ark traveled, Moshe would make a certain statement, and this is not its place. These two psukim should have been written in Parashat Bemidbar, when he speaks about how the camps or the people in the desert were together, how they were positioned, and how they traveled. But it's written here, why? And Rashi explains, V'lama nichtav kan, why is it written these two psukim here, in between parentheses, why? כדי להפסיק בין פורענות לפורענות, in order to separate between one calamity, one trouble, and another פורענות, another calamity, another time of trouble. So if we look after these two psukim, we find that the people complained. They were complainers, mitonenim. They were complaining about the road, and they complained about the food they had, or the manna, and they complained about wanting meat. They desired meat. And they desired meat, so Hashem sent their way these birds, the salav, and many people died from eating the slav, and they were buried there. That place was called Kivrot HaTa'ava, the graves of desire. And therefore there is definitely a situation of trouble and calamity after these two psukim. But what was before that you say we wanted to separate, the Torah wanted to separate between the two situations of trouble? When you look before, we don't find really something that is troublesome. But Rashi explains, and the Siftei Chachamim explains based on the Masechet Shabbat, Daf Kuftet Zayin Amud Aleph. It says the other calamity, the other trouble was that before this psukim, it says Vayis'u Behar Hashem, that the Jewish people traveled from the mountain of Hashem. They were at Mount Sinai, and now was the time to continue on the way to Eretz Israel. But the way they left at Mount Sinai, where they received the Torah, was not the right way to depart from a place that was so meaningful. The Yikar Sifrei Chachamim explains, they were Ela ketinok haboreach mibet hasefer, v'hu gam ken por'anut. They acted like a child who runs away from school. He can't wait to leave school. He can't wait to get out. And it looks like the school is like a load on his shoulders. And he's happy to finally leave. Because of the attitude they had when they departed from Mount Sinai. That it was an attitude of like getting away from it in a way that finally, we can leave this place. And the Siftei Chachamim says, it's like shesaru me Hashem, as if they had left Hashem. That was trouble. And that's why these two pesukim are in parentheses to separate between the concept of leaving the Mount Sinai with the attitude of finally we're getting out of here, rather than wanting to be still connected to that place where there was Hashem's revelation, the Torah was given there, and the other Pur'anut, which was the complaining. And those two situations are situations to learn for our own personal lives. That when we connect with Torah, we have to appreciate every moment. If we're in prayer, sometimes people leave even before the end of Alenu L'Shabeach. Sometimes people take off their talit and tefillin and they can't wait to leave. And if it's Shabbat, even before the end of the prayer, some people start already getting on their way out. That's not good. A person should feel that this is the house of Hashem, this is the place where I pray, this is the place where I value the mitzvah of prayer. If it's a place of learning where I value, we have to give enough importance and enough value to all the mitzvot, the Torah, the prayer, and not to sort of leave it as if it was something that we want to be over with already. That's one thing. And the other aspect is the complaining. We need to appreciate everything that Hashem has granted us and not to complain. When they complained, that was calamity. When they left the Mount Sinai with the wrong attitude, that was also trouble. And that's why there's a psukim in the middle, in parenthesis, to separate between the two. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.